Tekken 8 has massive updates on their Tekken Talk Live. They had mentioned all the Eddie Gordo breakdowns. They mentioned online practice, that there's going to be an update later this month or early March. Then there's a third update planned in April. They gave us this whole blueprint, super ghost battles, where you can have your ghost versus your friend's ghost or anybody else's super ghost. I don't know if they're going to be doing like a spectating mode on them. They're going to have a photo mode to show off customizations, much more in a professionalism type situation. They're going to add some story to DLC characters. They're also looking into plugging bans, so they want to really, like, you can report them and kind of do that on your own right now is what they're saying, but they're going to take it to the next level. They have people on their list already, so if you're plugging, make sure that you are relaxing on the plugin situation, just because you're going to get in a lot of trouble, man, if you're rage quitting. They said if it's the hardware's fault on what you're doing, that's fine, but they're just looking for a continuation basically of all the plugging. And they want to really get rid of those players. That is huge, man. For people that are just rage quitting and just not getting their ass kicked efficiently, I guess you could say, that's huge, man. They're also looking into like making maybe a 3-on-3 and 5-on-5, which is my favorite component, just due to a creator and streamer aspect, because us as creators and streamers, when we play against our viewers and we have our loyal viewers that hang out, it'll be cool to just kind of play, run some games with them, but not really just wait in the lobby one-on-one. The lobby can get kind of sloppy at times, so doing like a 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 keeps everybody, the retention high, from a viewer standpoint, from a spectating standpoint, from a waiting in line standpoint, and also in the game standpoint. Now, they did say they're not looking into Tekken Tag, bringing that as a feature, because they want to bring in multiple features going down, and one of them is definitely not going to be Tekken Tag, so they don't want to really hear that much about Tekken Tag. Speaking of that, like, Harada's such a vibe when he says stuff like that, man. He be just like really letting people know, like, hey, I'm muting him, I'm blocking these people. It's funny as shit, man. He's cool, man. And then they also they want to actually do your favorite character in the main menu. Now, they did have like Eddie Gordo when they showed Eddie Gordo, but they want to do the main character in the menu. So your favorite character, have them kind of in that main menu instead of just having Kazuya, man. And then also, of course, they broke down Eddie Gordo. They did mention that if you have a standard pass or the standard game, that you can upgrade and all that stuff. They're talking about the Tekken shop, and the Tekken shop, they're trying to mention that it's just going to be there. They did give us a lot of customizations already. A lot of it is from like Tekken 2, some of the customizations they're sharing us. They said they're gonna have a lot of older stuff also from like Tekken 4, and that's just not to sell us, but they said it does, at the end of the day, it does cost, right? Things cost all day, and everything, it's expensive to develop games, so the Tekken shop is gonna be for that. But my favorite definitely was that notion of the customization, the main character, and the menu. And I feel that that's everything that they did talk about. It's such a vibe and everything, and what they're trying to do and what they're trying to involve themselves in. And oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the deluxe pass also, my bad. So on that deluxe pass, they said that you can upgrade. You get your character 72 hours early. So that is very, very cool, depending obviously on what time zone you are in. But I believe that is something that is very crucial, especially in today's aura. Like, if you're a creator trying to like find combos, find what's busted about the character, find everything, it can be good for research purposes for creators and people, or people that want to teach combos early, so that there's a combo guide as soon as it comes out officially and effectively, like within those 72 hours. So having characters out early, I used to always think it was just like, oh, it's just like advantage, but maybe the devs were actually saying that it's good for the 72 hour to be before, because there can be things done to let them know to report on, so they can try to get work on it ASAP, especially those with like a bigger platform. And so that's why we're trying to build this platform too. We want to be able to delve into this type of situations and be able to get these rolling, man. So that's pretty cool. They just mentioned all that stuff, and they were just mentioning everything. Very, very wholesome type content. It was very late. I think it happened at like 2 a.m. my time, and I was only up at like 6 a.m. when I go for my workout, so I was a little bit later on that. So if you have seen that, you just wanted a quick wrap up on everything, that was kind of just all the wrap up. I'm more than sure there's gonna be other channels really breaking this down. Harada is such a vibe. Tekken is so great at what they do. I think they also, you can tell moving forward, like all the new characters right now, including like Eddie Gordo, they said that it's very accessible. You're just really tapping one button to help with all the capoeira essentials, and I think that that's their vision moving forward. Tekken really mainstreaming the game is what they're trying to do. The only thing that hinders the mainstream asset, in my opinion, is that it is a super super technical, obviously Tekken. It's a super sweaty game though, bro. Like it is very competitive, very strategic, very defensive, very like. But the thing is, they're trying the hardest to make it aggressive. They're saying that their main inputs, they really want it. They want it aggressive. They want it faster. They want it accessible, and they're doing everything around the clock, around the thing to make this game mainstream. The only thing is that the players that these mainstream people are playing against are very tough, and I think that also leads to a lot of plugging too, and or one and done, no rematches and stuff like that, because I feel that it's just who they're fighting right now. I don't know. I don't mind getting sweaty, so I'm not talking about my component, although it's the first time for me in this franchise. But that's kind of what they were mentioning. They mentioned plugging for a long time in this Tekken talk, so they were very much like in the knowing of what's going on. But yeah, it is. I mean, for anybody that's new to Tekken franchise like myself, I would say overall this already is like a goated game for those that are brand new to the franchise, right? They have the Rage R, they have the Heat Burst, they have accessible combos, one button mashing combos, they have special style. They've done everything in their nature is what they're mentioning also to just help it be mainstream and accessible. I think the only thing that hinders everything now, not too much features, but they did say they're working on features, but definitely just the competition online is very tough. So if you're going to ranked, which is what ranked is for, so it's definitely credible for that. I just think people maybe thought they could probably advance a little bit more, kind of like what they were doing in Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, or maybe other games that are not as sweaty, at least in the earlier ranks. Tekken, it gets very competitive very early. Like as soon as right before you're hitting those orange ranks, it's already like next level. So all of that they are saying, and then they're mentioning just they're gonna have their own bans. They don't want to get lawsuits for banning people yet, so they are gonna be working on that. But that's basically everything, man. From updates, online practices, super ghost battles, ghost versus ghost, and photos and story to the DLC characters. I want to see how they implement that. They also wanted to do some the 3-on-3s and the 5-on-5, which is huge in my component again. It'll be so cool and a viewer essential if I'm playing multiple viewers that I don't have to have everybody just waiting around. We can just like get to roll in and have everything going. Maybe fun spectating stuff and watching everybody, because it's always cool to watch everybody. And then no Tekken tag. They made it clearly that they're not making it a correlated Tekken tag. They're just going to implement maybe a 3-on-3 or 5-on-5 and maybe some offline features that can help. The avatars look pretty cool too that they're trying to bring on board, so that's going to be pretty dope. And then the main character in the main menu, of course, like your character that you're possibly using. I don't know if that's read through their like AI structure or just randomized, like seeing who you had the most time with. They said they're going to put that in the main menu unless you could just customize it. And then they also has like some menu UI navigation that's going to help out more people just quit the game a lot easier. And just all this stuff, man. Tekken, phenomenal. I'm excited. Hopefully they continuously just push out this great stuff. I was originally not going to buy this game, but then Mortal Kombat 1 really slowed down on us really bad, and it's kind of terrible at this point. Unless they really switch it up. But I probably gonna tap into that deluxe game pass so I can get Eddie Gordo early and the other characters, just so I can break down and all that, man. So if y'all want more of that type of content, man, let us know. Again, drop your thoughts, bro. There's a lot of updates, and they are doing really well on helping out a new player such as myself. I knew Tekken how hard it was, but when they made these characters like basically able to button mash, and every new character basically beginner friendly, also Senna, Victor, Jack 8, and then also Reina, which is intermediate in my opinion, unless you like really get into the stances. And then you have like Jun, not really a new character, but somebody who hasn't been around since Tekken 2 canon wise. They're all pretty much easy to pick up, and Eddie Gordo looks pretty easy, like not mashing easy, but in terms of fluidity and tapping that one button as they're showing. I appreciate y'all, man. Have a good one. Peace.